Hi, YouTube. How are you doing today? I'm going to tell you today is a very special day because not only is it a new expansion day, it's also a rotation day. So today at 6 p.m. European time, we're going to welcome into the Emerald Dream the new expansion that's coming out, and we are saying goodbye to three expansions. It's gonna be Showdown in the Badlands, Festival of Legends, and Titans. These three sets are leaving standard, going to wild, so we won't be able to play with these cards anymore in standard from tonight on. And I had a look at all the cards that are rotating, and I picked 5 cards that I think really made an impact on the meta in the past few years. And they are rotating, so I just wanted to see what you guys think. Which cards would you nominate as most impactful cards of those three sets that are leaving? Which ones are you gonna miss the most? Ones are you not gonna miss at all? Like, which ones did you not like? Let me know in the comments. I'm really looking forward to seeing all your replies because I think this is very interesting, and I think opinions will be very different regarding on who's answering. So let's have a look at the 5 cards I think made a big impact or saw a lot of play and that are now leaving. So the first one, it's just a small one. It's not like a super impactful minion on itself, but it was a very strong 1-drop. It got nerfed. The tradable snake oil used to be 0 mana. It got nerfed to 1 because it did enable some OTKs in Civ Mage. You could play it in Nature Shaman. It was just very, very strong. Plus, just the death rattle, getting a tradable snake oil helped you cycle through your deck a little bit. So it was really just a very strong 1-drop that was included in a lot of decks. And I think we will notice that it's no longer here because it was just such a good 1-drop. Every time you just mulligan, you keep it in a mulligan, and now it's gonna be gone. So moving on, we've got A&R. And I know this week, when all the cards got unnerved for the week before rotation, we saw a lot of A&R reflections going on. And it made me realize how strong this card was for the past 2 years. Like, almost every druid archetype was ramping in some sort of way, trying to reach A&R and use the abilities, trying to get more copies of the A&R as well. Just very, very strong druid titan. But also I picked this titan because I think it was probably the best one, but also just to say goodbye to titans as a whole because they were a very cool set of cards. And personally, I don't think I'm gonna miss A&R the most, but I am going to miss Yogg Saron the Titan, which was just very fun to have a little bit of random, and obviously just stealing your opponent's minions is a lot of fun. But my shout out for more impactful goes to A&R in the Druids. And then next we have Reno, another archetype leaving standard. The Highlander cards are leaving. Reno is leaving. When this card came out, it was very, very strong. It got nerfed a few times. And like in the end, for 10 mana, it didn't really see that much play anymore. But for the first year or so when Reno was very, very strong, you saw a lot of Reno decks, especially the Reno Warrior was very good with the Boom Boss, but also Reno Druid, Reno Shaman. There were a lot of fun archetypes, and they're all leaving standard right now. So I picked Reno as the standout card for that archetype, obviously. Personally, I think I am gonna miss it a little bit because I am a fan of Highlander decks. But since his last nerf, it wasn't really that playable anymore, so I haven't really been trying it out anymore. But bye bye Reno, bye bye Highlander decks. It's time to move on to something new. So see ya. Then we have Sif, which I think enabled a very strong OTK mage deck. It was very popular when it came out. It was a bit frustrating at times, but it was a very cool way to like set it up. It was a bit like playing pieces of a puzzle together because you had to play enough spell schools to make the spell damage go up. I think a lot of people really enjoyed the Sif Mage, and even now, like the past few days, I have still seen quite a few Sif Mage on ladder. So I think people will actually miss this kind of OTK. I don't know if there will be any OTKs left in standard right now, But Sif one was a very cool one, so I wanted to include it. Shout out to Sif. And we're moving on to ETC. I think this was a very cool card. It was like the first time ever we had something like this in standard, because it allowed you to put 3 extra cards into your deck as a little sideboard, depending on which deck you faced. With ETC rotating, we don't have any more of these cards in standard. This is the only one ever. I don't know if it will ever come back even. So just wanted to give a shout out to a really cool mechanic. And I know a lot of people are going to miss it, because I saw a lot of people posting about this card leaving standard, hoping it would be added to the core set. Maybe eventually it will happen, I don't know. But for now, it's rotating. It's not in the core set. So we have to say goodbye to ETC Band Manager as well. Now, that was my 5 cards I wanted to mention, give an honorable mention before leaving to Wild later today. Let me know what you think and which cards you would include instead. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you again later. Bye!